welcome to your reading for December the 4th through December the 10th. This is a general reading, so if you would like a personal reading, the information will be in the description box below. Also, for a limited time, I'm offering a one-question reading for only $15. And that's for people who can't afford a full reading, so everybody can get the help and guidance that they need from, from the design and from the divine. First of all, I want to really apologize for any communication mishaps, which will probably happen a lot. Mercury is in retrograde. I'm recording this on Sunday, the full moon in Gemini, which is, dual energies. Plus, Mercury is going retrograde at the same time, and Mercury rules Gemini, and then it's crazy. The full moon is T-squared to Neptune, and Jupiter is trining Neptune, and there's all these mutable, some wonderful energies, don't get me wrong, mutable, all kind of interchanging. But when there's a super full moon, it's so big. This is so close to Earth that it is going to amplify all of these energies. So it's a little, tumultuous. So communication is going to be challenging, so please forgive me. I'm also getting over a cold, so excuse my raspy voice and my sniffles. I'm sorry in advance. Anyway, so please follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and sign up for my newsletter. I give lots of free stuff away, What else? If you want to know more about me and Live in the Solution, there's also a link below to an interview that I posted recently. And I think that's it, right? Thank you for liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. So let's go to your cards, Cancer. Cancer. The first card that came up for you is the Star card. This is the card of hope, right? Now, this is a fluid reading. There's no this isn't the beginning of the week or the middle of the week or the end of the week. This is just energies that are going to come into your reading. And with these energies, we have the opportunity to co-create. So it's almost like a map, if you will. It's like a weather forecast. You can put a rain mac on if it's going to rain, right? Or take an umbrella, or, stay in. So this is the card of hope, right? This is beautiful. This is healing. This is intuitive and psychic abilities are being enhanced. And this is asking you to really rely on those abilities that are going to come in, these gifts. Now, the Star card is like showing your path will be revealed. So the star comes down and spreads starlight and light where there was once darkness, so knowledge where there was ignorance. This is really about illuminating your path and healing on a spiritual and physical level too. Healing is coming in for you, and hope is coming in for you, Cancer, which is beautiful. Now, right under that, right, clarifying the Star card, is the Justice card, which says that things are looking good for you. The Justice card in this case is coming in and saying, listen, maybe you have a litigation case, maybe something's coming up, but this is going to fall in your favor right now. Look, this is healing. You're going to heal from this. You have to allow this to play out and not control, and not go in your head about this. This is a really good outcome, but don't stress over it. This is like, allow this to come into your life. Allow it to play out, because it's going to play out in a very good way. You're going to, things are going to work out for you. That's what this is saying. Fairness is coming into your life. and you've got this beautiful healing card. This is great. Now, the next card we have is the Eight of Cups. Now, this is kind of it's almost like you're a little bit disillusioned with your life and you want to move away. And this is saying, also this can say, if you're making a move, now's the time to move. And if you are moving, it's going to be an auspicious move. It's going to be good for you. This is a good time. Maybe somebody's moving homes. Maybe somebody's changing jobs. Whatever this is a good change for you. And it is, sometimes I always think of this as spiritually moving on too. This is, metaphorically like, it always reminds me of that song, the Peggy Lee song. Is that all there is, my friends? Then let's keep dancing. Anyway, she didn't sound anything like that. I must keep my day job. Anyway, this is, I do have a tendency to burst into song cancer every now and again, so, deal. So this is about moving on, and it's about wanting to move on. It's about kind of being disillusioned with your life and wanting more out of it. And this can be encouraging you to move on. Now, clarifying this, we have the Knave of Swords. Now, when the Knave of Swords comes in, this is a card that's saying you're going to have this impulse, right, to battle and, be combative. And when this card comes in, it's saying, listen, don't wield the sword. Hold off. Don't react, respond. This is coming at a situation from a different perspective. So listen, because this Eight of Cups comes in, this is emotional and this is cerebral, right? This is the mental realm. This is the intellect. And this is emotions. It's like being tired of, oh yeah, this is time. I think it might have something to do with the Justice card. This is being like over this conflict. It's like you really are over this conflict and you want to move on, Cancer. And you just don't want to deal. Well, this is saying, right, yes, there's conflict, and you do want to move on. You will move on, but you must temper your emotions, and you must kind of come at this in a creative way, or think outside the box. Don't wield your sword or cut someone down verbally, because it can be a verbal thing, because, intellect, Listen, I've never had a physical fight in my life. I just cut people to shreds with my language. Terrible. But yes, that comes from coming from a large family. You have to kind of, you have to battle it out with your wits, So this is like thinking before you react, right? So that you can move on, because there's healing in this. There's definitely healing in this. You're going to move on for sure. Now, listen, Cancer. You have the Shadow card. This has come up in a couple of readings. Now, this is fear and kind of panic and, not seeing, really seeing the negative. You've really got to be careful, Cancer, not to be in this fear. And clarifying it is the Five of Cups. The Five of Chalices, right? Now, what this is saying to me is that you want something that you can't have, and that's what you're focused on. And you're kind of moody, and you're moody, you're not present, you're moping, you're resentful, you have to be very careful of this energy, because This is not doing you or anyone around you any favors. So it's about coming out of this fear and panic, right? And it's about looking at your glass half full instead of half empty. Listen, this is a very emotional, particularly for Cancer, this full moon in Gemini. We're ruled by the moon. I'm a Cancer too. So it's really important to look at our glasses as half full instead of half empty. This is focus on what is working. And listen, that's the message of this month for everybody. Because this is kind of a, look, Mercury's in retrograde. It's really good to review things. It's good to look at it. This is asking you to look at your fears. This is about losing your power. This is about giving your power away. So you've given your power away either to a situation or a person, right? Or you know, like a job or something that's happening. This is, if you've given your power away to a person, this is the kind of person that can walk in a room and ruin your day, right? So this is about being in fear and looking at the worst case scenario and not standing up for yourself. And this is about lamenting on what you can't have, right? And just so focused on that, it's like crying over spilt milk, right? It's not going to get you anywhere. It's just going to get you moody and cantankerous and just horrible. Nobody's going to want to be around you. You're not even going to be able to, you're not even going to want to be around yourself. You're just going to be so in it, right? So this is a card to say you have to come out of this. First of all, this is a perfect time to look at your fears, really examine them, go inside, face them head on and look at where they're coming from, because there's a root. There's definitely a root to these fears. It's not just this person or just this situation. It comes, connect the dots, right? Look at it, face it, and release it. This is the perfect time to release it. And, you know, it's like disillusionment, it's fear, it's panic, things aren't going the way you think they should, and it's about that control. And this is like, well, I want that, and I can't have that. No, you can't. There's no point in wanting it. There's no point in lamenting over it. You know, release that. Don't focus on what you can't have. Focus on what you have. Look at the bounty of what you have. Focus on the positivity. Focus on what is working for you, Cancer, and what has worked for you this year. Really take a look at how far you've come, what you've done. Give yourself a pat on the back. Really give yourself kudos. I don't know what else to say. Kudos for how far you've come. Look at that. Look at how far. Don't focus on what's not working. Focus on what is working. And you'll be able to heal, right? And things are going to play out in your favor if you do that. If you're in this place, you know, you're not going to be able to be in this place. You're going to be in this place. This is not where you want to be. And this is totally up to you, Cancer. Focus on your glasses half full. Deal with your demons. Deal with your fear. Deal with your panic. Look at where it's coming from. Look at it head on so that you can move on, release. Go on to happier things, because the Seven of Water is the underlying message of this card. And the Seven of Water is about wonderful opportunities. It's about seeing those wonderful opportunities. If you're in here, you're not going to be able to see these opportunities, right? You're not going to be able to see them because you're too here. You're too, I don't have what I want, and fear and powerlessness. This is powerlessness, giving your power to someone, just giving it away. Letting someone control, someone or something, some situation control your life. No, drop it, darling, drop it. Put it down. You can't stop worrying about it. It's going to play out in your favor. Just let it go. Let it go. Release it. Look at those. Look at that. Look at the Look at the disillusionment in it. Look at where that comes from. Connect the dots. Do the work. You know, do not raise your sword. Don't lash out, right? This is saying control, temper your emotions. That was actually the message for the monthly angel reading. Temper your emotions, don't react, and it's going to be tumultuous. It's going to be up and down and this month. So, you know, meditate to control and connect with source energy and the divine, and it'll give you balance. And then you'll be able to see all these opportunities, darling. Focus on what's working. Focus on these wonderful choices, because like these, a Seven of Water are all these opportunities that are here for you, Cancer. Like they are here. The healing's here. You know, your life path is going to be shown to you, but you've got to keep your eyes open and look at it. You've got to be focused on this and not what you can't have. Focus on what you can have, what's here, which is probably far more and much better for you than what's here. Cancer. Thank you so much for tuning in. I wish you a peaceful, wonderful, manifesting, blessed week. I'll see you next week. For a personal reading, please email Mary at liveinthesolution.com.